niggas that motivate me, if I see shit they got, I'm only seeing what they got as motivation. I don't look at niggas and tell myself, I want everything, I want what he got, I want what's his. That's his. God gave that man what God given him. That's not my story, that's not my path, that's not my life, that's not written for me. I only want what's mine. I don't want no niggas around with that type of mentality.
Michael has a unique ability to hold the world as to like mannerisms, so naturally sprinkles throughout every conversation as a third is many within our building. At every opportunity, he'll offer help to hear and see. He shows outside of our team of grace and takes the time to stand kind words to those around him. He brings genuine excitement and curiosity to our whole class discussions, especially answering his own questions during reading and science with the many thoughts rushing throughout his brain. These manners, coupled with unwavering negotiation skills, have allowed him to grow incredible powers of persuasion, to such a degree that saying no is just as hard for us as it is for him. If he continues to advance his interpersonal skills, I see him definitely to step up from elementary school students to middle school students without distinction.
Welcome to the channel, Autobody Society. Mac Doctor in the house. What's going on, my people? First of all, I want to say thank you, and I appreciate every single one of you for subscribing, liking on the channel. Today we're working on the Honda Fit. We're doing the quarter panel replacement. It's a DIY video. I'm trying to do as much detail as I can on it. Usually in the past I have done EG and quarter panels from sedans to hatches many times. So, and I even done it for like homemade metal fabrication. I just quarter panels. So I like to put out that information for you guys to learn at home and trying to do the same or even better. In today's episode, it'll be the first one, and I'm trying, to join this community of the Honda Fit. There's not a lot of videos of them because they're not really too old. Like, I bet you a lot of people don't know that they have replacement quarter panels. Now you guys do. I got mine through eBay. They got them to rockauto.com, and it's simple. You just measure, cut, weld, put a little filling, prime, paint, and that's it. Doesn't get any better than that. Better than bundle the whole shit like most stores will do sometimes to trying to just make it a shape or something. Rust is never gonna go away, but you could downsize it and you could prevent it from coming back. So I'm gonna show you guys the quarter panels, and then we will take it from there. Let's get it. This is your typical passenger rear quarter panel replacement for a 4-door Fit. Most cases it comes for a 2-door. In this situation, we all know the Honda Fit come 4 doors, so it's a 4-door quarter panel. It does change from a 4-door to a 2-door car. Just keep that in mind in the future. Like, for example, if you do a AG hatch from a coupe, it's a big difference. Bumper length changes, so you might have to cut the end, but always the shape of it is pretty much the same, but it does changes. I just wanted to put that out there. So I grabbed this in eBay about a few days ago. We got this side over here for the passenger, the driver already on. I just got to take out pretty much my side skirt for the splinters, take out the rear bumper. We're gonna measure this in place, what we're gonna use and what we're not gonna cut, and we're gonna cut it quick, trying to measure it and tag it. The only thing is gonna get pretty much just fiberglass is from here all around. We don't have to go all the way over here crazy. We don't have to trim any of that. This panel is pretty good. we're just pretty much doing the arch part of it. So that's why these replacement quarter panels, they come handy. They were about 137. Add to tax, it was about 155, 160. You can't beat that. It comes to the shape, exactly to the bottom. In my case, the rocker got damaged, so that's why I didn't fix the rocker before, because once that weld did, in another episode, I could fix the rocker panel. We'll cut that section, plate it up, weld it, and pretty much just filled in everything. But everything is gonna be back OEM, no half-ass shit. All brand new, something that'll last a long time. So as you guys see, the same shape. For you guys that will worry about this and that, so I wasn't worried, because all the ugliness is literally covered. Of course, I'm not gonna go that high. I'm gonna figure out how high I want to go, how high I don't want to go, and then we'll figure out the same over here. You don't need to go all the way in here, but you see the quarter panel, those got the whole section if you need to replace it.
Safety is.
So if I could just get away with cutting it here and getting it there so I could tag it and take out as much rust, I'll do that rather than butcher my whole quarter panel or skeleton, if you must say. Alright, so let me get ready and I'll come back with you guys in a few. Let's get it. Alright, first thing first, remove the second part of the side skirt, because we need to cut and get in here. And we also remove the bumper. Those are the first steps to work in the quarter panel. I'm gonna open the door, set up my tripod, and I'm gonna show you guys how we measure the quarter panel. And then I'll decide if I want to cut all the way over here or how high, set it, etc. So we could start cutting. I'm working against the rain, like Mother Nature wanna do her job, so I'm trying to beat before it comes down. So that being said, let's get it. All right, real quick, boys. I don't trace the quarter panel where I'm gonna cut it. There's an outlining, but to give you an idea, I'm gonna place it so you guys exactly know how. This is exactly where it's supposed to be. So I'm tracing exactly what I'm gonna cut off. I'm not cutting exactly in the line. I'm cutting maybe leaving that much lip so that I could grab on and weld onto it. You guys see it, so let me get to it. All right, real quick, boys. I don't trace the quarter panel where I'm gonna cut it. There's an outlining, but to give you an idea, I'm gonna place it so you guys exactly know how. This is exactly where it's supposed to be. So I'm tracing exactly what I'm gonna cut off. I'm not cutting exactly in the line. I'm cutting maybe leaving that much lip so that I could grab on and weld onto it. You guys see it, so let me get to it. Alright, boys, this is how much we cut off. This is the original eyeliner with the quarter panel. Supposedly it was supposed to be cut out. Most people weld it metal to metal. I like to leave this much around because I do overlap them, makes them stronger than just put them metal to metal. In case of an impact, it's gonna crack. Overlap, if you weld it strong enough, it's not going anywhere. I cut off all the extra rust that I had here all around the arch, because if it's not good, why have it? We will always fix that in the future in the inside. This is as much as I cut off. I didn't have to butcher all the way through. That's how much metal we cut out. Either weight reduction or rust reduction. As you guys see, everything is gone. So if I went this high, it means there's no rust up here, just to clear the areas. The rust stopped here. But I wanted to play it safe, so I went higher. So as you see, all this rust is gonna be gone. Part of the arch is gone. Had to cut it to make fitment. And whatever rust over was on the quarter itself and pieces that I needed to trim. Cleaned up the bottom. So we'll start welding and make better contact. This is pretty much ready to get welded. I just got it set up pretty much my other quarter panel. And then I'll show you guys the next step, how I weld this or how do I install it and then prep it for welded. So that being said, let's get it. All right, boys, just for protection wise, I know what y'all people thinking. Before I clean it, I'm gonna hit the inside with automotive primer filler, just so we have protection inside the quarter panel. Once we weld it, we're not gonna be able to get to it. All right, boys, I done primed this already. I hit it inside. They went inside pretty good. This is not gonna get seen again, so this is why I primed it. Even the undercut all around, I primed it, so it do not re-rust. All around here, all the way there, all the way down here. Since this is gonna get covered with the quarter panel, it's not gonna get choked. The same down here. This is pretty much already grinded and cut off to get fixed in the future. So I went and cleaned it up now, so we don't see anything. I gotta go and prime some more so we work there. But at least this area where the quarter panel is ready. Over here, this area we were working on and welding on here. So that's what's exposed metal right now at the moment. Everything else pretty much primed the way it should for rust protection against the water and the elements. We took all this much out, boys. All this or rust or cancer. So it's less bundle and rust free. Now with a plain canvas ready to get done. So let's get it. Right, boys, quick tip. The smaller the drill bit, the smaller the rivet, the smaller the hole to fill up in the future as far as bundle wise. So with that being said, keep that in mind. Alright, so we're looking for 1/8. I mean the thickness or the skinniest part on the bit. So right here, 1/8. Next, package a rivet. Let's get it. Alright, we done over here. Back to the crib. Alright, boys, so we're back at the crib. I trimmed this a little extra. If you guys see it was wider, I'll show you when I mount it, so that we don't have problems closing the door. I didn't need the extra, so that's already trimmed where I need it. One thing that I like to do before we proceed, being this raining, I'm gonna hit it with primer, let it dry, and we come back and I'll show you the next step. Alright, boys, this is dry. Phase 2. I'm gonna turn around and primer the other side. This is pretty much ready to get installed. Before I install it, I'm gonna drill in a few spots and I'll show you guys why in a little bit. Alright, boys, this is ready dry. I drilled it with the 1" with the 1/8 apologies drill bit, about every 1/2 inch all around. We're gonna insert this or pre-install this with pop rivets. The same thing here in the bottom. Why with pop rivets? Just to get the quarter panel to get closer to the body. Once this installed in place, then we could grind down to bare metal and we could tack a few spots all around the quarter panel so stronger. When I started, even before the channel, before back in the days I used to have tools like 15-16 years ago, I used to do it just with pop rivets. You could do it with pop rivets.
Part one
Let me show you how it's the same way we install it.
We have to.
The only difference when you're gonna do it not welded with pop rivets. Once installed, you take the heads of the drill of the rivets, this left over here, and you grind it down with a grinder all the way down, as much as you can. You don't knock it out completely. You leave a little bit thin flat if you can. By the time you fill it in with fiberglass, it's not gonna show. It's not going in place. That's a tip for you guys at home. The want to do this and don't got a welding machine, maybe don't got the welding experience or the welding ability to do it. This job could get done with pop rivets. Just so you know, we're gonna install it like that, but we're gonna weld it all around to make sure it's stronger in place, just for myself. But just I wanted to say that for you guys. This is pretty much ready. I'm gonna prime it, let it dry, come back and install it. Alright, my boy. running with 100. Oop. That just happened. Got rivets everywhere. Well, as soon as we get the first one, everything will be easy. So, grab one of these, put it here simply, squeeze it when you need it a few times, and as you see it holds pretty good. Alright, that's it for today, boys. This is already installed. Tomorrow we'll pick it up, grind it down, and then it blows every time. So for you rivet guys, this is pretty much it. What you do, you take an angle grinder, grind down the tops so they don't show too much. And then with a little bundle of fiberglass, you guys done. With welding, eventually we're gonna tag it a couple spots all around to make it stronger, so we gotta grind those down, so a little bit more, but either way, this is it, boys. All right, boys, what I went ahead, I installed the bumper onto tomorrow. It's raining like I said, but the quarter panel's installed. We gotta do a little bit more. I threw the bumper in so it doesn't look like a young car or, you know, it's taken apart, and I don't have any issues. I also want to see how good it looked. So let's see what it looked like. Check it out, boys. Woo! Way better than it looked before. It's not even finished, and it looks so much fucking done. In the future, we gotta do the record panel like I mentioned. A little play here, from there, and it's finito. But check out the difference on the quarter panel. We went from all the rods to that. I'm gonna look at it from the back. Pause. Check out the view on that. Good thing about priming it prior to the car, that we didn't have any overspray until I'm working in the car. So work smarter and not harder, boys. Alright, boys, we got the passenger rear side. We're gonna get ready to start cutting. We already marked it. We're gonna cut it up and start placing the other quarter panel. Let's get it. Alright, boys, this piece of the quarter panel for the passenger side is ready. Prime to the back, ready cut to the size I need. I'm gonna prime the top so we can proceed and install it. So let's get it. Alright, boys, all the rust I cut it off on the back of the bumper. Remember, the bumper looked like shit. We cut it off, we cleaned the back, and we primed it. You know, something else just to make it a little cleaner. All that rust that was just hanging off for no reason, because the bumper wasn't even attached no more because it was so rusted. So cut it off, cleaned it up, we prime it. The way to go. Alright, boys, passengers already mounted, just like the other side. It's raining too much for my convenience. You guys see, no good for anything. So we're gonna call our wraps on this one for today.